Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am doing just fine. You can see I don't know if you can see her on the other side of that blanket. My kitty cat's there. She's asleep on the bed. She's always close by. She's my little friend and my little helper. I'm glad she's asleep though, because y'all have seen her go across here when I'm working. She just wants to get right into it. When I'm doing my jewelry, putting it on Etsy and taking pictures, she grabs it and runs. I have to constantly be covering my stuff. I can't get up and go to the restroom. She'll get something. I'm like, get this cat out of here, Johnny. That's when it's his cat. When she's bugging me, it's his cat. That's the only time. Okay, guys. So there's been a lot of weather happening. Oh my gosh, a lot of tornadoes and all. And there's more on the way. So, especially the people that live in Tornado Alley, there's more tornadoes, more weather on the way. It's going to be a volatile spring. So, you guys take cover, be careful, and listen to your local government to find out what to do, where to go, when it's coming. So God bless all of you guys. Okay, so there's so much to talk about. The last time I made a video, didn't talk too much about my personal life. Some people like it, some people don't. Y'all can just skip forward to the reading that I'm going to do. Uh, but I'm going to talk a little bit about what's been going on. I'm always really busy, and that's a good thing. I enjoy working, so I love being busy. But I've been thinking about Easter. You know, Easter is coming up pretty quick, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. So, what are you guys doing for Easter? What plans do y'all have for Easter? Let me know in the comments below. I want to read them and hear what y'all are going to do. I'm thinking about doing an Easter brunch. I haven't done that before. I usually do an Easter barbecue, make a brisket or something like that. Meat is so expensive. Brisket, to feed all the people that are going to come. I don't even know if I could find a brisket big enough, and I'm sure it would probably be at least $100 for a brisket, Not that I can't do that. I can do that, but it's ridiculous. The price is just ridiculous. So I was thinking about doing a brunch. Eggs are cheaper, and I can do, muffins and croissants and pancakes and waffles. My husband said, I want Belgian waffle. He likes those real thick waffles. That's easy. I can do that. I got a waffle maker, so that's what we're thinking about doing. My daughter loves to make coffees, and she has a wonderful coffee bar in her house. She loves to make all kinds of different coffees, so she can be in charge of that. My other daughter, she's still a party animal, and she's like, I can make mimosas, and I'm so like, okay. So we're gonna get this thing going. We're gonna get it going. I've been dieting. I've been doing my low carb dieting and the intermittent fasting. So I've been doing that, and it's been working out pretty good. So I just wanted to make sure I stay on that until after Easter. Well, on Easter, I'm going to eat, obviously, because, I love sweets and candies and stuff. So I'll make desserts, even if it's just brunch. I'm going to make a strawberry trifle, I'm going to make some nice spring desserts. I've been making cakes and things like that, but I haven't been eating them. I love to bake, you guys. I love to. So I love having my grandkids here that they'll eat everything that I make. Thank goodness. I just put it out on the counter and a few minutes later it's gone. Oh my gosh. And talk about the weather. Yesterday it got so hot here, you guys. It was 95 degrees. And we knew a cool front was coming. I knew it was coming last night. It came in the middle of the night. I knew it was coming, but it was so hot. It was so hot in the house, even with the windows open, it was so hot that I went ahead and put on the air conditioner yesterday for a few hours, cooled the place off. And then the cold front came in and it was in the 40s. Can you believe it? Wake up and it's in the 40s. It felt good though. I'm glad because it hasn't rained here and it's just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter because the ground is so hot. And today's high is 75, so that's quite a bit different. So we got the windows open again. The only problem with us opening the windows is my dog can open the windows and get out because he's so strong. He can just push the window open and go out. So my husband put those little brackets where it only opens a few inches so the dog can't escape. Well, his nose can still push out the screen. He's such a little shit, a big shit, really. He's 125 pounds. He pushed out all the screens. And when I came home yesterday from working out, our cat was outside. Addie cat was outside. I knew right away she wasn't there because she's like one of the dogs. When I open the door, she's right there to greet me, and she wasn't there. And I'm like, where's the cat? Every screen was broken. So now we have to redo the screens. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to put something there that is strong that he can't push through the screens. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to look into something. You got any ideas, y'all? What can I do? It won't be long before we have to shut the windows. But I mean, it's so annoying. This dog just learned that he could do that. He he's gosh, 5 years old, and he didn't realize before that that he could push out the screen. But now that he's learned to do that, he's just like, I'm leaving. He just wants to get out and run. All right. Anyway, I've been doing a few things for my health. I started some regimens. I started taking cod liver oil, y'all, and I got this one that's real citrusy, and the oil is very light. And I take it every night before bed. I have it in my bathroom, so I remember when I'm washing my face and all that, I see it, and so I'll remember to take it, you know. And also, it's supposed to help with dry skin and dry eyes, and that's why I'm taking it. I don't know if any of y'all have had any, you know, experience with cod liver oil. I know that's something that kids used to have to take back in the day. You know, the mothers would give it to them and everything. But if you've had any experience with cod liver oil, let me know. Also, castor oil. I am putting on my eyelashes and my eyebrows. My eyebrows they're growing pretty well, but my eyelashes they're getting sparse as I'm getting older. And I read that that really helps your eyelashes grow. And I've been putting it on now for probably about a week, maybe 10 days, something like that. Time goes by so fast. And I do feel like my lashes are getting looking better and longer. So I think it is helping them grow. I'm feeling good about that. I like that. Okay. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. That's what's, on my mind, just taking care of family and getting ready for Easter. Okay. I know y'all have heard that Elon Musk just invested in Twitter, and now he's, I guess owns the bulk of the biggest share in Twitter. He owns it, and everybody is worried that he's going to let Trump back on Twitter, that he's going to advocate for him to get back on, and he is, a proponent for free speech. So you never know. He's also an advocate for clean green energy. It's a big deal for him, and he was really fed up with the Trump administration. When he was on two business advisory councils and Trump's administration, and nothing he said, penetrated Trump's skull. Nothing. He couldn't. He couldn't advise him. Trump doesn't take advice from anybody, so it's just he just resigned from it. He gave up on Trump and resigned from it because Trump wouldn't listen to whatever he had to say. He says he's half Democrat and half Republican. So he never is pinpointed on, who what political team he's really for, So it's really hard to understand where he's going to go or what he's doing or what his state of mind is. But this is so weird. So he did support Kanye West. Why? Why would he do that? So, it's to me, I would say that's a backdoor endorsement for Trump if he was supporting Kanye West, because Kanye West was just propped up by Republicans to, pull votes away from Joe Biden. That's all he was there for. And if he was supporting him, then he was probably supporting Trump. Why, I don't know. When he knows Trump is an idiot, why would he do that? But who knows what goes on in other people's mind, So I did pull some cards. I just wanted to ask Spirit if he's a Trump supporter, if he's going to let Trump back on Twitter. And I just want to know what Spirit has to say about that and, what's going on. So, because I'm talking so much, I went ahead and shuffled the cards. And throughout this reading, I may pause and shuffle my cards for a while and lay them out because it's going to be a long reading. Okay. And I don't want to take up a lot of time shuffling. So you know, let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Well, the first card that I pulled is the Tower card. So when I read the Tower card, you can read it like, oh, shit's going to hit the fan. That's not going to be good. Also, you have to remember that, um, you know, what happened with the relationship with Musk and Trump, when Trump withdrew us from the Paris Agreement, that just really blew up Musk. And that was the reason why he resigned. So, how does he feel? Is he a supporter of Trump? Maybe at one time he was a supporter of Trump, but this feels like it blew up, that shit hit the fan. But also you could say, well, shit's going to hit the fan and he's going to let him back on Twitter. So let's take a deeper dive. Let's keep going. And it feels like it's kind of tricky here with these cards that I'm seeing that maybe we're not supposed to know right away. This is the Sun card. So this is a lot of hope. So we have a lot of hope that he's not going to do that. Um, but also, he had a lot of hope that, all that the United States was experiencing, see the sun, all the fires, all the heat that the United States was experiencing, that, Donald Trump's eyes and mind would be open to, this weather change that we're going through. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And we have hope that Elon Musk will do the right thing. Okay, so there is hope there. There's hope in both directions. This is so tricky here. This is funny. King of Swords. Um, you know, Again, this is just going back to the way Elon Musk feels about people's rights, and he does believe that everyone should be able to discover the truth for themselves. So, you know, and everybody should have a voice. He really believes that. He believes in freedom of speech. So that's a little bit scary, you know? So this isn't a yes or a no. It's maybe he'll give Trump another chance and maybe he won't. But he really does believe that we all have, the right to make up our own minds and judge people ourselves. He believes that. But hopefully he believes that Trump would hurt us more than help us. So I'm going to pull one more card for clarification because I'm not getting a yes or no, and I don't like that. I can see this. Knight of Swords. A big change is coming. Okay, so this could be a very impulsive move on his part, right? I don't like this either. So this also isn't a definite yes or a definite no, but it's kind of leaning, like he's leaning towards letting Trump back on Twitter. That's what I feel this is. But it can easily go either way. Okay. So my conclusion on this would be for everybody to voice their opinion on Twitter and say, we don't want Trump on here. We don't want Trump. Please, everybody, voice your opinion because that's what really will make a difference. The people will make a difference. I think he's very sensitive to how how the public reacts to him. So that would be the best thing to put pressure on him in a public way on Elon Musk. Okay. because I feel like he really, even though he's not really a Trump supporter, not fully, he is leaning towards letting Trump back on. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay. Now, the next thing that I had gotten was about Ukraine. Okay. So I got a few hits on Ukraine. I didn't do a reading on Ukraine, but this is what I'm getting. Okay. Ukraine is inspiring us to unite, meaning the people of the United States. The next thing I'm being shown is so many different people praying for Ukraine. There's so, I mean, of all, from all different countries, all different walks of lives, everything. I even see some on their knees just groveling, begging and praying, for Ukraine. Now, when I first saw this, this came to me a few hours earlier. And when I first saw this, I didn't understand what it meant. Okay. And I had to do a little research because I didn't know. This is really weird. I see boots and legs of soldiers. I see people walking, and I keep seeing like little turquoise stones all over their legs, all over their boots. I see turquoise, turquoise, turquoise. Now, I do work with a lot of different crystals and amethyst, rose quartz, and I also work with stones for the chakras and all. But the turquoise, I really didn't know all about it. So I looked up the turquoise stone, and this is what it said. It said that it has been used, it's a sacred stone, and it has been used for protection since ancient times. It's a very powerful stone. It provides strength, vitality, it lifts spirits, provides comfort, relieves stress, and it helps the body become more balanced. And that's what, our soldiers over there need, the Ukrainian soldiers. I call them our soldiers because we all stand with Ukraine, okay? So the prayers that everyone is sending Ukraine are helping. That's what I'm seeing. They are helping protect them. So when you're praying, just see those little turquoise stones. Just visualize them all around, on the ground, around on the soldiers, on their boots, around families, everything. Just visualize that, okay? So Ukraine will be very protected. And it's in a very precarious state right now. Now, I'm seeing this. I see it looks like a contrail of white smoke, but then I see that, so it's a poison, okay? So that's what we've been worried about, that Putin will use poison. But I see a person, it looks like a cloaked figure spreading this chemical. Okay, so it's not coming from the air, it's coming from um, like in secrecy. So I feel like they will use some poison, but it will be done in secrecy. Okay, could be a booby trap because it's a cloaked person. So this may be like a booby trap or something. So it's not something that's widespread from the air, but it's we'll probably hear about it. There's going to be something used. That's what I'm seeing. So things come out little by little by little. Remember when I said I saw drone robots, and now they have. I just heard a report on these new drones that they're using. That they're called kamikaze drones, and they just hit their target. I mean, and they're gone. They don't drop a bomb; they are the bomb. And I had gotten some information on that from Spirit that there was going to be some kind of drones used, and you know, now we're hearing about it. So that's interesting. Okay, what else? All right, let's talk about Putin's daughters. Okay, that's next. So the U.S. sanctioned Putin's daughters, right? Um, he doesn't like anybody talking about his personal life. He doesn't like anybody messing with his family. He doesn't even want pictures made of them. You know what I mean? He doesn't want any news reporting about them, talking about them, nothing. He hasn't allowed that at all. So he does not like it when you mess with his family. This this sanction his family, sanctioning his daughters. This is really going to get under his skin big time. And the Biden administration knows that. They know how to poke the bear. So their bank accounts are frozen, their assets frozen, any homes they have abroad, they're being frozen, their yachts, their money, everything that can be seized is being seized, and of course there's travel bans too. So you can't go anywhere, can't spend any money, can't do anything, can't really enjoy your life. Hopefully that's going to put some pressure on Putin too. Putin has a family. He has other children also, not just these two adults that have been sanctioned. He also has four children with his mistress, a lady he never married. I think he has two twin girls and two boys, but they live in Switzerland because, Switzerland is neutral, or they used to be, until Putin came on the scene, and now Switzerland is no longer neutral. Switzerland is with Ukraine. So good to know. All right, so he has a daughter that is named Katrina. She's 35 years old. She's a scientist, and she looks to be very well educated, super smart. Um, she was born in East Germany, and she married a very rich businessman. They supposedly separated, I think, in 2018, I read. And of course, they're billionaires. Maybe that's why they've never gotten a divorce, because they're billionaires and they can't afford to. You know how that would be. So I pulled a few cards on Katrina just to see where she stands with her father and how these sanctions are going to have an effect. And yeah, they are. So she loves her family, she loves her father first and foremost. She's standing with her daddy. She's supporting her daddy because she loves him. She loves her dad. That's all there is to that. Okay. That's how daughters do. And this is the magician. So, she has grown into her adult life with him being president. And, he's the magic man. He can do no wrong. Putin can do anything that he wants. And it's like, he's supposed to, you know what I mean? It's okay. That's what he's supposed to do. So that's where she stands with that. She's used to seeing her dad do things, be strong. Look at, other countries he's invaded and everything. She's been there. She knows that. But this time, the sanctions are on her. So it's a little bit different now. But she feels like her father is, king for a day. He can do anything he wants, and he should be able to, because he's all that. The last card I pulled for her is Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about, I'm starting to change my mind about things. I'm starting to think a little bit about the future. So these sanctions really are hitting her. Now she's on the fence. Okay. Now she's shaken up a little bit and she's really thinking about her future and how this is impacting her. And now she's struggling because she loves her father, and she wants to support him and all, but she is coming to you know coming to the fact that, hey, if I stay here, I'm going down with him. Does she want to go down with him? So now she's really struggling. So the sanctions are doing their job. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Exactly. She hasn't come to the conclusion that she's going to turn her back on her father or anything like that. But right now, she's going through that process. She is starting to think about her future and what's going to happen to her. Okay. So she may have to make a decision very soon. All right. So that's good. It's having the impact that we wanted. I like seeing that. Okay, I shuffled some cards. I laid out, pulled a few cards just for the next um, child of Putin. That's Maria Putina. I think that's her name, Maria Putina. So let's take a look at where she stands. Okay. She is a pediatric endocrinologist. So I wonder what she's thinking about with all these war criminals killing all these children, because she's a pediatric endocrinologist. She's studied, I think, children's cancers. She's 36 years old. She's born in Russia. She also married a wealthy Dutch businessman, I think I read. And she co owns a medical research company that's focused on cancer. So she's super rich too, you know. She has a lot to lose herself. All right, here's the first card that I pulled for her. Four of Swords. I think this has just made her sick. This whole situation has really made her sick, honestly. She's she's devastated by the whole thing, honestly. The next card I pulled is Seven of Swords. You know, she recognized that Putin has deceived the people of Russia. She knows that. She sees that. She gets a lot of the information that the public isn't allowed to, because she can get on the internet without any interference and all that. She's not going to get put in jail for that. But um, he has betrayed his country. He has betrayed Ukraine, and he has betrayed the world. And she knows it. And she knows also that he's not going to get away with it. This is the last card I pulled on her. She's Queen of Swords here. So she is a very strong woman in her own right. She has her own beliefs. She has integrity. She's honest. And, she understands the atrocity of this war. She understands exactly what her father has done. And that's why she's so sick over it. She knows the truth. And, she's a tough cookie. I think she'll be the first daughter to defect. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Not that she doesn't love her father or anything, but she recognizes he's done wrong for sure. So she's a little bit different than the other daughter, but, you know, thank God maybe she can talk reason to the other daughter because the other daughter's a little bit on the fence and she'll probably come to the other side. I mean, when you've got everything to lose and nothing to lose, you make your choices. And I think that's what she's going to do. So. Okay, so it's almost going to be 30 minutes. I'm looking at the clock here, so I'm going to try to wind this up. I do have a busy schedule, guys, but I'm never too busy to help you. Okay, just know that. So please email me if you have a need, would like a reading, um, if you would like to be included in a healing session. Just email me and let me know. Now, please, when you're asking for another person to be included in the healing session, just give me their first name at least. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, can you pray for my brother-in-law?" And they won't give me the name. So I really would like to have the name of the person if you don't mind. Doesn't have to be their last name, but just their first name. So email me with that if you have anybody, yourself included. If you need a healing session, please let me know. And I just want to remind everybody as you're doing your spring cleaning, hopefully everybody's starting to get that done. We've been doing a lot around here also. Some of you might feel the need for some energy cleanse also. So if you need something like that, please contact me. I can do an energy cleanse in your home. I'll be happy to do that. I do charge for that. I don't charge for healing sessions, but other things I do charge for. So please contact me if you have, any concerns in your home. I also do chakra balancing. And when I do a chakra balancing, I always follow that with a healing session. It just goes hand in hand. It works really well. Now, I do a healing session for anybody that asks, and I don't always do the chakra balancing with that because it's very time consuming and I don't have time to do it for everybody. But if you want that, it's very powerful. It works very well, okay? All right, so my email is below. Just, if you have a concern, if you have a question, or you need some help, please contact me, okay? I look forward to working with you. And what else? I think that's it. Just do something kind for someone, it'll always come back to you. I love you guys. Keep praying for Ukraine. The images we're seeing on the TV are heartbreaking. I mean, I have just cried and cried about it. My heart breaks. I can hardly stand to watch the TV anymore. I know that sounds cold that I'm turning away from it. It's just so much, seeing all those people crying on the street, burying their loved ones in their yard. I just can't imagine what they're going through. Only thing we can do is send them prayers of love and protection. That's all we can do, and ask our government to support them more and send more ammunition to them, which they are doing. So just keep your prayers for them, okay? All right, guys, I love y'all so much. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.